Leon, would that be something that you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I'm talking to himself.
I gotta be talking to myself. It's amazing.
That was
Bootleg for
100% a
Godlike.
side quest that us players had, was to get the DM to talk to himself tonight.
You fuckers. I equally love and hate you all. I guess we can probably start off with doing a little recap of last week's episode. So if you gentlemen would like to roll and see just how lucky you are.
God,
and
about
whoever rolls
this.
the lowest gets the joy, the wonderful joy of recapping.
I get sleight of hand.
No.
We said I can give myself guidance, right?
We did not say that.
19, not me.
Hell yeah.
Get the fuck out. Okay, I'm so gonna fail, and this is gonna suck.
Got a 4.
Okay. All right. Where is this? Where is it? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. I thought it was a 1. It's a 7.
I thought it was a 1 too. Oh, BK.
It's
Two
a
times in a row.
I'm gonna start keeping tally.
Oh, man.
I want to get points.
Somebody's got those bad dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that one away. Okay. Last time on Almost Heroes, like fade to black. We were investigating what had happened we had already discovered more or less what had happened to the 2 victims. They were killed by some sort of beast. There was rumors of a tiger afoot.
Mm-hmm.
After some investigating, we discovered that some trails that were over by where Bella's body was found were leading into the forest. We followed those tracks into the forest. We stumbled upon one of the vagrants, Bareth, I think is his name, where Rangrim threw a nasty people's elbow. Through some conversation and some trickery, we've discovered that their campsite was covered with this same orange fur that was found by Bella's body. The vagrants were in some way partnered with Joseph, the butcher in town. We went and attempted to discuss and strong-arm Joseph, and just like
smash
3 terrible rolls in a row. Me trying to be all sneaky just really blew it. Basically, as a rogue, I failed. Thankfully, Cosmo and Rangrim saved my ass. While all that happened, Bareth came to ask Joseph a question. Bareth, again, is the person that we people elbowed. What was the name of the elf that runs the vagrant group, or is kind of the leader?
Leon.
Thank you. Leon's the leader of the vagrants. But Bareth came to talk to Joseph shortly after we kind of strong-armed the vagrants. As Bareth kind of panicked and ran away, we ended up capturing him and taking him into the original hut where Ellis was killed just outside. It was actually Ellis's hut. And while we were intimidating and scaring the crap out of him, minus him peeing himself, he also slowly started to turn orange, or like started to get orange fur. And that's kind of where we left off. Oh, we also found out that the vagrants are working with Joseph, and Joseph goes by the Tiger King. So he needs to die, apparently. But Joe Exotic is in our campaign.
Yes. So at the very end of the last episode, Bareth let slip that Joseph is somewhat notorious, or is known within the Were community as being known as the WereTiger King. And that is kind of where we left off, and you still had Bareth in the hut. I do want to go around real quick, since we have some new faces here, and I just kind of want everyone to do a quick introduction of you, and then just kind of your character. I mean, just could be just your name and a little bit about your character. But so my name's John. I am the founder of Dungeons Box, and also I will be DMing this campaign.
Right. My name is Cosmo Stoneheart. I am a dwarf paladin, as you can see below, and lawful good, following the footsteps of my father, trying to find my way. Long-time miner, was in the family.
He never grows up.
Nope. And seeking to find the deity that is my way, and along the way, try and help some people.
My name is Glenn. Nope, that's not it. Hold on, I'll find it. Hey, my name's Glenn. I'm an elf rogue. Very bad at the rogue part.
Mostly the stuff.
Mostly the stealth. The other parts I'm pretty good at.
Sneaky boy.
I don't really have much of an alignment that's important as of now. Might see it a little bit later, but as of now, kind of here, just questing with my little dwarf buddies.
I'm Dan, and I'm playing the Durgar cleric, Rangrib Dark Forge.
You all right?
And I'm just a dusty little rapscallion trying to make his way on the surface.
Love it.
Dusty
Love it.
little rapscallion. I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Yeah.
Dusty, I get, but
luckily we're not recording this and no one saw it, so it's totally fine.
Yeah,
That's cool.
This is all.
It's
just
not
for
on
us.
the internet forever anymore.
Yeah, it's not definitely
Not a
not.
thing.
It's totally fine. And the internet, it's like it's made out of like soft cheese. It'll go away sometime.
It's like the moon.
So that brings it's like the moon, exactly 100%. So that brings us to the beginning of the episode 6, the WereTiger King.
Mm-hmm.
So we will pick up with all of you essentially scaring the shit out of Bareth in Ellis's abandoned hut. Bareth's hair has begun to grow out of his body. It's stopped at this point, but it's probably about half an inch long, and you can see that it's got this orange hue with these black stripes, and it's kind of carrying into his face. And he has just told you essentially that Joseph is known as the WereTiger King.
And I do believe at the moment it's just me and Glenn in the building. I think Cosmo's still outside.
Right.
Correct.
So Glenn has got his double scimitar. He pulls it out of the wood. And he goes, "Hey, now I see you getting a little shaky there. You don't need to do anything too rash. We're just asking questions, and you gave answers. So just relax, calm down." And I start to like put my weapon away, try to be as unalarming as possible.
Yeah, Bareth he's still kind of cowering on the floor a little bit, sitting in his the puddle of his own making that you've terrified out of him, and but he he's kind of like lowering his hands a little bit and seems to not being as terrified as he had been before.
So Glenn stands up and he extends a hand down to Bareth. Bareth, I know you guys were feeding off some scraps, but we got a place we're staying in town with some good food. Why don't you come with me? We can kind of sort all this business out. It looks like it's just a misunderstanding. And I extend a hand to pick him up, or offer to get him up.
With a little bit of hesitation, he reaches his hand up to yours, and you can see that his fingernails, like, while not like crazy long, have kind of like lengthened probably about half an inch and are kind of sharp and black a little bit. Not enough to like dig into your like forearm or anything like that, but it's noticeable when you pick him up and you're like, that's a
starting to turn into a little pause. Shit. Okay. I kind of like dust off his like shoulders. I'm like, Rangram, you got any of that funny cigarettes you keep in your beard? Maybe that might help calm him down.
Not in my bit. And he reaches into his boot and pulls one out and like just hands it to him. It's noticeably like wet from like boot sweat.
It's like peer pressuring a kid.
He grabs it and he's like shaking like this, and then realizes that he doesn't have anything to light it with, and he just kind of is sitting there and like pretending to smoke it, but it isn't lit, and he's just like,
clearly
I pull out one of my daggers. I do like a little flourish and light it with the green flame. I just hold it right in front of him, like as it's twirling, it's lighting. I just like hold it right at the end of it.
He takes
inhale?
He takes a deep inhale out of fear, actually, and he just coughs immediately. He's like, and then he's now just like holding this cigarette that I assume is probably mostly burnt from the green fire plate. It
probably pretty cooked. Yeah.
probably. and he just kind of he catches his breath, but he's just kind of standing there. He's like, so can I go, or can I go back? Can I leave, or what? You don't need me anymore, right?
Well, no, we still have some questions. A couple people lost their lives here, so we want to make sure that we are focusing on the right people. So why don't you just come back with us? We got a couple questions for you. We'll get you fed. We'll get you cleaned up, man. We can't send you back to your group like this. You don't want them seeing you. I mean, they already kind of don't respect you. You don't want to go back covered in your own filth. Like, we'll take care of you.
These are kind of the only pants I have, and it's gonna be it's gonna take a little bit for them to dry.
You know what?
I'm not giving him my pants.
Rangrim, your pants fell. You forgot to do your belt again.
Well, at least I didn't pee my pants.
It's got a good point. So
it's fair.
Bareth, why don't you just come back with us? We got a house right across the street. You know that big manor? We're staying there. The man's real nice. We'll introduce you, and we might have a way to work this out. Let's just head that way. Are you gonna come with us?
Me? You talking to me?
Yeah, your name's Bareth, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I guess. Where are we going? Why?
And I just kind of like point, like start leading him towards the door.
He goes with you for sure. He doesn't really say. He's just kind of like, okay, and just kind of is following your suit.
I look to, like, as we kind of step out into the entryway, I look to Cosmo and say, Cosmo, looks like we had a little bit of a misunderstanding. Bareth here is a good guy. He just wants to clarify some things. I think maybe we go back to Cedric's, get him cleaned up a little bit, get him some food.
Right, that sounds like a great idea. Let's carry on then.
Glenn kind of keeps a close, like very close proximity and kind of like a hand on his shoulder and like, hey, we're friends, but like, don't run.
A very firm lead.
Yeah. As you're walking him, he does the hair. He does seem to be relaxing a little bit. The hair seems to be receding back into him, and after by the time you guys are to the front door of Cedric's house, he is pretty back to normal. And for anyone in the chat, the location they are at is around where the red 1 is, and they've walked over to where the 7 is at, to the mayor of the town, Cedric the halfling.
We knock on the door.
How are you approaching? Okay.
I imagine we knock on the door.
Yeah, actually, so you knock on the door and come on in. And you
open the door.
You see Cedric is just sitting on a pretty small chair. Like everything in this house is, halfling size, so it's pretty minuscule and pretty funny looking. Essentially, to bigger folk, you assume he probably doesn't have larger folk in here very often, but he's just sitting there kind of carving this like wooden figure into a bucket. It looks kind of like a wolf or something in like a wooded scene. It's pretty rough right now, but he seems like he's working on it.
Cosmo is waiting at the front door, so even though Cedric has gone or they all go inside, Cosmo waits at the door.
Who did you bring with you? And you can see him, like Cedric, who has already talked about how much he loves keeping his house clean, is watching this kind of gnarly looking vagrant man who seems to be dripping something onto his carpet in his house or onto his wood floors. What is this?
Say so. Meet Garrett.
Close. You're getting better every time. You're starting to use the right first letter. So I'm proud of you.
Nice to meet you, Garrett. Why are you in my house?
So this is our friend Bareth, and I look at Rangrim like, Bareth.
Garrett.
Okay.
Right.
And he might have a lead on the situation we got going on in your town, but while he was coming over to, confess what happened, he slipped off your dock and fell into your water, or the water just outside. So he's just dripping a little wet. You have maybe like a towel for him to wipe off and clean up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean the bathroom is just right around there. If you're welcome to use it, Gareth.
Does Gareth go use it?
are you still holding your hand on his shoulder?
No.
Okay.
Now that we're inside, I'm going to assume that he's not going anywhere.
He just kind of goes around the corner, kind of looking at you as he goes, and then just disappears around the corner into the door.
Cedric, you might want to take a seat for this one.
I'm sitting.
Perfect. Cedric, you might want to stand up and sit right back down.
He does.
I'm sorry,
he stands
you're so
up
little.
And sits down.
You're so little. I just can't tell.
I understand. It's totally fine. There's about a 6-inch difference between standing and sitting for me. So anyway, if we could move past my height, let's get to the meat of this. What's going on?
So we might have a lead on what's happening in your town, and we might have a potentially proposed solution, but there's still something we don't have an answer to. And I think maybe you might be able to help us with both those situations. First piece.
Lay it on me.
You have yourself a WereTiger situation.
Where?
Here, currently, in your town, WereTigers. Do you know what those are?
Are they like okay? So I know. I mean, were is so it's like a werewolf, but it's a tiger.
More like a werebadger, but a tiger.
Okay, that's specific. All right, no, I got you. Okay.
While this conversation's happening, Glenn telepathically says to Poe to circle overhead and keep an eye out, and if Barrett starts to creep out the window, if the bathroom has a window, to alert him.
Cosmo's outside.
Well, at the front door, but I don't know where the bathroom leads.
Okay.
Oh, he's on an island, huh? I guess you'd have to swim. Okay.
For sure. Poe would definitely see him crawling out the window, and then Cosmo would definitely see Barrett creeping around the corner of the house, and then as soon as he sees Cosmo, would then run back and then try crawling back in the window. So you hear like scrambling noises coming from inside the house, and probably Cosmo get alerted from the front as Barrett is coming back through the window now.
I just poke my head inside and be like, is the boy with you?
He's just using the bathroom. Rangan, would you mind checking on him? I think he might have got lost on his way back.
Maybe he needs some help.
Be gentle, boy.
And I'm just going to kick the bathroom door in.
Wait, that's my... Oh, God. Oh, fine. All right. You could just open it.
I did open it.
Cedric, it's called diplomacy. You'll figure it out. So we need to have a conversation. We found out that you have some WereTigers, and we don't really think that they're the actual cause of your problems right now. We think it might be a little deep-seated in your town. Barrett, you want to take a seat so we can maybe discuss this like gentlemen?
Yeah, he kind of just takes a seat over in this way too small chair that is next to, kind of like pointed like this, where Cedric's here and he's here. So he's just kind of in the living room on either side of the hearth.
So Barrett here's been, it's called encouraged to stay near town by one of the fellow residents of this small town. We can't quite figure out why. Barrett, you might be able to lend a little bit of guidance on that one. Could you tell us maybe why the WereTiger King keeps you so close?
Yeah, he, like I said, he has a kind of, he really likes our certain breed of wares. He's kind of he likes keeping WereTigers close. He's always had kind of an affinity for us. And that's where he got his name, the WereTiger King. But he has a strange, almost like a way with them. They seem to listen to him. He's very persuasive to the wares, from what I've heard. I haven't had much dealing with them myself, mostly Leon, but that's it. And like I said, we came here because Leon knew Joseph, and that's why we're here, because Joseph was feeding us. But I think after this, probably be on our way. I don't think this is gonna make anyone else more friendly to us than they have been.
Well, Barrett, I gotta know. You seem like a nice guy. I might have just got mixed up in maybe a bad deal of the cards. So what does Leon have you guys do for Joseph?
Sorry, before you do this, sorry. I hate to do this, but I'm going to. I'm gonna split the party.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cosmo
cast fireball.
Cosmo cast fireball. No, Cosmo is going to the vagrant camp.
Okay.
I'm leaving and going to the vagrant camp.
Okay. Yeah. So while you're traveling there, then I will. We can finish this.
That's fine.
Scene.
That's fine.
Perfect.
Do you tell us that, or you just go?
I just go.
Tight.
Awesome.
Barrett, what does Leon have you guys do for Joseph? What does Joseph ask you guys to do in town?
Roll persuasion.
Oh, God.
With advantage.
Tight.
I'm so
That can't
mad.
be good.
I wish I was there.
I go over and I say, "You're real good at these words here, Glenn." And I touch him on the shoulder and give him guidance.
Oh, yes.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Oh, baby boy,
Friends.
nat 20,
Nice.
which is
All of it.
21, and then just for funsies, and a 4 on the guidance, so 25.
Well, that's you.
I
did
seduced
it.
the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I got him pregnant.
Oh no. You impregnate his butt. Yes. No. So he looks over at you and is like, we haven't really done too much for Joseph. The most that Joseph's only asked us to do one thing other than just stay close and be available to him whenever he needs us. But in exchange for food, of course, it's been harder to find things in the woods these days. But the only thing he asked for us to do was he asked Leon to bite the boy that lives in the cabin in the northern part of the woods. And that was it. And after that, that was when the killing started. Pretty soon after that. And so, like I said, we haven't killed anyone. We none of us have, but that was the one thing that Leon did for Joseph. And he hasn't asked us to do anything since. But that I know is not right.
Was the payment just food? That's all you guys did it for? Was just some food? Was there gold changed? Was there?
No. He's been kind of taking care of us, and so we just been, as long as we stay close, and we're here for him. But like I said, I don't have much to do with Joseph. It's mostly between Leon and Joseph, and he deliver. We get food and a place to stay, and it's safe, and that's really all we need.
Glenn turns to Cedric. Says, Cedric, so you got yourself a vagrant situation that you weren't opposed to start. You just highlighted that they were around, and it sounds like these boys might need a place to stay. And I know you look like a real tough son of a bitch, Cedric, but have you ever dealt with weretigers?
What? No, and he's like kind of standing up now, and he's like, no, and this, what do you mean you bit your? If you are a WereTiger and you bit James, does that mean James has been killing everyone?
I swear you're about as smart as you are tall. So why don't you just take a quick seat? We're gonna work through this one. We're trying to keep the emotions a little low right now. Bear's
you gotta understand my trepidation. You're telling me that there's some sort of WereTiger conspiracy in my town right now.
Hey, you hired us to root out what was causing the situations. We're giving you answers. We're trying to come up with solutions. Let's do that together. Let's just take a deep breath.
All right. I got you. And he sits back down.
Thank you, Cedric. I want to know, you guys don't necessarily have yourself protection around these parts, and I'm gonna be honest, between the three of us, Rangram can maybe take 4 of the WereTigers. I got maybe 3. Between us 4, Cosmo's good for pouring beers. Who knows? So let's just try to maybe keep some copacetic energy between between us
Listen-
WereTigers and the rest of this town.
Yeah, listen, I don't speak for Leon and for Carol, but I don't have any intention. None of us have any intention of fight. We're not looking to massacre anyone. Like I said, we don't mean anyone any harm. I think honestly that it's probably better if we all, as soon as I get back to camp, I'll talk to Leon. But I think that we're probably gonna be heading out of here. We're not looking for a fight. And none of us are. Just looking for peace.
That's good, Barrett. Cedric, do you have any food? Maybe Barrett was kind of slim picking at the camp, and we might be able to take some with us over there. But you might be able to feed Barrett in this time of need.
Yeah, I have some stores in the back. Hold on. And he goes into like the kitchen area and starts rummaging around.
While he's in the other room, Glenn looks at Barrett. This is Barrett. Do you guys have any kind of like code word or identifier for friend versus foe? How do we let Leon know we're potentially going to approach him in a friendly manner? I mean, he's never met me, and anyone just kind of walking up into camp might make him nervous. Do you have any identifiers or any indication that we're not there to hurt anybody?
I'll be happy to go with you. I can talk to Leon. I'll make sure that he knows that you I mean, as other than terrifying me out of my own self, but you've been fair with me, and given what's happened, and if you just let I have a feeling that if you just let us leave peacefully, I don't think there's going to be any problem. I think Leon will be open to that.
Okay, well, why don't we get you fed and we can go work our way over. And then real quick, would Poe have told Glenn that Cosmo left?
Would he?
I don't know how familiars work at that level. I think since he's like keeping an eye on the house, he might have.
That's totally on you. If you think that your bird would have alerted you that Cosmo was walking away, then that's totally on you.
I will Google it and let the next scene happen.
Okay. Awesome. Cedric's going to come back from the kitchen with a nice like pack of what looks like cured meats and bread and some like fruits and whatever else. And it's just kind of a pack full of it. And he's going to hand it over to Bareth and be like, listen, we gotta go talk to Holly and James. If she doesn't know what's going on, if this happens again, someone's got to go talk to them.
Say that one more time. I was Googling familiars.
Yeah. Cedric is just like, hey, listen, I know that, I don't know if you guys have talked to him yet, if you've even met them, but someone's got to go up there and talk to Molly and James. If this is what's going on, and I'm not much of a physical presence, if something were to happen, I need you guys someone needs to go up there and talk to them, and figure out what is going on. I'm worried about them. I'm worried they're kind of out by themselves, and I honestly can't even remember the last time someone saw them.
And I look over to Glenn, looks over to Bareth and goes, Bareth, you ready to earn that food you just made or you just ate?
I forgot that Bareth is also me. Yeah, let's go. I think it's only fair.
Glenn takes like 2 handfuls of food for the road, just 3 handfuls, 2 handfuls, and then his mage hand is carrying like a platter of food with us.
It was all in a knapsack, like
never mind.
That he handed to Bareth.
So now it's okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Bareth, let's go meet up with the rest of your boys. And as we walk out, I'm guessing Cosmo's like long gone.
Yeah. So yeah, Cosmo, what are you doing?
So I was headed straight over to the Vagrant camp, to basically try and let Leon know what's going on and try and rally them to what's going on.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you're able to easily find the camp,
Mhm.
and how are you approaching the camp?
Yeah, so whereas before I was kind of on guard, weapon out, I'm very much not. I'm very, my shoulder, my shield is on my back, my war pick is also kind of in its, I don't know, sheath, whatever. It's whatever you want to call it. I don't
It's
know. It's put
it's
away.
pick house.
It's pick housed. And just approaching the camp, kind of not like quietly, but also not like shouting, but I'm also like not, I'm just approaching directly up the path up the center. And I just kind of would maybe come in and shout and be like, "Oi, Leon, is you here?
Yeah, what can I help you with?
Leon, it's Cosmo. Can I speak with you?"
Yeah, of course. Come on in. Come take a seat around the fire. You guys didn't happen to run into Bareth and hurt him in any way, shape, or form, did you?
No, sir. No, Barrett is good, very, very good, and that's actually why I'm here, is because right now my friend and Barrett are speaking with Cedric, because I have some concerns that Joseph is mistreating you guys, and we really want you guys to be safe, and Cedric as mayor, I believe would want the same thing for you guys, and Joseph, I feel, is trying to enslave you, and we want you guys to be free.
Do a persuasion check for me.
Absolutely.
Cards on the table. Just throw them out there.
Right.
Roll those bones.
Oh, right. Well, I was very persuasive with a 17.
Yeah.
All right. Listen now. I'm not going to pretend that I don't know that Joseph has ulterior motives that do not are not in our best interests. But we came to this town because we didn't have many other options. My friends, as you can see, they aren't even in the best of condition now. We've been here for a couple months, and I'm afraid that if we go back out on the road, that it could be the last for us. It's not safe out there for us.
Right.
Just at all.
No.
People don't like panhandlers, vagrants. It's just unfortunately people haven't been too friendly and kind with us.
Yes, right. And Bareth shared with me and my comrades that Joseph has you to bite James, and
wait, hold on 1 second. What do you mean?
Bareth told us what happened. I don't know all of it.
God,
listen, it's okay. It's all right. Trust me. And we think, that's why I feel that Joseph is not treating you right. You should be better taken care of. You should have finer clothes and have more food and things to care for you and Bareth and Carol. That I believe that Cedric will provide that with nothing in return. But listen, I think that we need to go and speak with Cedric and come up with some form of an alliance, maybe, of just to make this your home. We don't want you to leave, to find a way for you to stay. And Joseph is using you to whatever he wants. And that's not okay. That's not right.
That's a mighty fine offer, and if you talk to Bareth and he told you, I assume, what we are.
Yes, he did.
Then he also probably he did tell you about what we have, the task we did for Joseph, and I promise you that as soon as that becomes public knowledge, we are not going to be welcome in this town.
Right. What I think is that what should go public is that Joseph, he made you do it, and he was holding you hostage to that, and you was just doing what you needed for your family. I believe Cedric will see that.
All right. You know what? All right.
Good,
What do we
good.
have to lose?
Right.
At this point, we are either leaving or we're gonna try to, make a fight for this
Right.
town and for our place here. So, all right. Lead the way.
Right, then let's go. You and Carol too.
Okay, yeah, Carol, who strangely enough hasn't spoken the entire time that you've seen them, and actually when you look at them, they actually have like what looks like an old scar kind of across their throat that they don't. They're kind of just like nodding, but they don't seem to speak at all. But yeah, they follow you out of the woods and back towards Cedric's house, and you guys probably run into each other right around in the middle of the path there between 8 and 7, right in front of Cedric's, where Cedric's bridges kind of greet the path.
Right. Cedric. This is Leon. He is the. Are you the leader? I don't know. Leon is the one who is guiding these vague friends. They're friends to here, and right. Let's talk about what Joseph is doing and why we're here and how to make them feel safe. We want them to be safe here in Whitport.
Yeah, all right. You know what? How about this? I would like to have a more in-depth conversation about this. I don't want to have it in the middle of the road.
Right. Yes.
Do we all want to go back to the manor? Is there anything else? What do you guys want to do? Something else? Is there anything else you need to do? Do we want to just have one big group conversation? What do you want to do?
Well, I think Cedric, you gave us a quick request that I think we should do as a group. And that was to check on young James and his mom Molly. So why don't we do that together so there's no altered perception of what happens? We can all see with our own eyes.
I don't I don't mean to, contradict you. I appreciate everything that's going on, but I have zero intention of going to face that boy.
All right. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't that's all right. We don't want to put you in a place you're just not ready yet, but one step at a time. And I think that maybe we should talk at the manor. And I tell you what, maybe one of us will go check on James. Would that make you feel better, Cedric?
I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not. They don't seem. They don't seem dangerous. I mean, maybe we could just talk, and you guys could go do whatever you need to do, and then we can meet up. It's kind of your call, but I'm not feeling any kind of imminent danger. I can handle this myself.
Good.
I'm a mayor. I mean, diplomacy is my thing.
Right. Well then, Leon, I just want you to trust Cedric. Cedric is here to make Whitport safe, and I trust he wants you to be a part of that safe place here in Whitport. And maybe me and Rangrim will go check on James. And
don't choke.
And Glenn, why don't you stay with the mayor, and we'll be back very quickly.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Why don't we send my fun little feather friend to?
That would be great. I like that.
Let me know if you guys need any help. Real quick before we part ways. Leon, why are you so afraid of this young man? I mean, he was pretty young when you turned him. What's different about his situation and yours?
I ain't afraid of him at all. That's not what it is. It's more it's shame. That's not something I'm proud of. I was in a pretty dark place and was pretty desperate when I did that deed for Joseph, and I'm not proud of it. And going and looking that boy and his mother in the eyes is not something I really can do right now. And I hope you understand that.
I can imagine. That's kind of shitty. and he's just eating something that he just took from the pack of food that
The food for other people.
that Barrett is wearing. He's just like sitting there eating it. Like,
It's
yeah, that's
raw meat.
Mhm.
It's cured meat. It's not raw.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I keep Poe like flying over him.
Okay.
Although it looks like it's probably out of distance, so
Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of far, up to
like,
5.
Yeah, that's definitely out of the way. Yeah, I mean Poe goes with him. Whether or not I can hear is something else, and I go back with Cedric.
I think the whole thing with that is that essentially it works as like a recording device, I guess, and then you can get the information when it comes back to you or gets within range.
Yeah, I would communicate with Poe, go with him, and if like he can't sense the link with me, fly back within range and just start screaming in my ear.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Who do we want to tackle? Talking to the WereTigers more? Who, or do you want to tackle going and talking to?
Let's go
James
check
and
on
Molly?
let's go check on James first,
Okay.
and then we'll do that way. In theory, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, let's do
Awesome.
that.
Yeah. Okay. So you're able to pretty simply follow this path. You haven't gone this way before, but you've kind of been all around it.
Mhm.
And so you head up past Ellis's cabin and just kind of go north. And there's a pretty well beaten path that kind of goes out into the woods here. And there's a small little courtyard with like a stone in the center of it. And at the far side of that, tucked into the trees, is a pretty humble cabin that seems to be, you could tell it was made by hands by someone who probably wasn't super skilled at carpentry, but it's essentially like a log cabin situation, but relatively humble. But there's smoke coming from the smokestack, and it seems like someone's home.
Hey, Rangrim, it looks like someone's home. We should go and knock.
And I just very aggressively knock on the door.
Rangrim, that's kind of rude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get carried away. I forget you people are softer up here. And he just like.
Okay, so as you're going to knock the second time, the door pops open maybe like 6 inches, and you see a woman's face with kind of like lighter blonde hair and kind of like a sturdier build, and she just kind of pokes her head on. Yes, what can I help you with?
Well, sorry about my friend Rangrim. He gets a little carried away with his knocking, but
it's fine. The door is made out of like solid lumber, so I
terrific.
honestly didn't even hear it.
Well, my name is Cosmo, and we is here because
I'm Rangrim, and I'm still like eating a piece of the cured meat.
yes, this is me friend Rangrim. We're here on behalf of Cedric to check in on you and your son James, and yes.
Yeah, give me a perception check for both of you.
One.
Oh, he perceives a bit more than me. I perceive a 15.
Okay. With a 21, Rangrim, you notice that the arm she is holding the door open with is it's wrapped up, and you can see that there is a bit of blood coming through the bandages on one of her arms.
Mister, are you all right? Your arm there looks had something happened. And he kind of like glares over at Cosmo like, we know what happened.
Oh yeah, it was those damn Joseph's damn dogs, those feral dogs. They got me. It's just, you never be too careful.
Right, the dogs. Insight check.
Yeah, do an insight check. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. My insight is incredible.
Amazing. Yeah.
That is a natural 20 plus 6.
Fuck me. She's super lying. Super fucking lying. Like immediately you're just like, well, that's fucking, she's lying.
Yeah, that's well, we know that's not right. Perhaps we should come in and look at that for you.
Yes, my friend is a cleric, and
real good with healing wounds and things.
Yes.
She kind of starts closing the door a little bit. It's like, no, I'd actually appreciate it if you didn't come in.
I put my foot in the door.
Okay. Listen, I'm not looking for any problems. I don't know you guys, and we live out here a pretty solitary existence, and I don't really want to mess with anything. Just please go.
Miss,
We're not messing with anything, and we already know.
roll for persuasion.
Yeah, roll intimidation, please, because you're essentially telling her that either or is fine. We'll go a different direction with it depending on which one it is.
Either or, I rolled a 2, so
okay. Yeah. So she's like, you're saying that but you're not essentially stating what you know. So she's just kind of not. She doesn't understand what you're talking about.
Go ahead, do it.
I don't know what you think you know, but you don't know us, and I don't know you. And I would appreciate it if you please would just go.
I'm looking at Cosmo like, do I just say the thing?
Listen, right.
We're just gonna say the thing.
Listen.
You hear a voice from behind her. Mom, who is it?
Listen. Is it Holly?
It's Holly. Holly. Yeah.
Listen, Holly. Cedric dispatched Cosmo and me, Cosmo, and Rangrim here to solve the murders in this town, and we feel that we must come in and speak with you about it, or you can come with us to Cedric's place. Either way, Cedric is its orders.
Yeah. So she kind of actually roll a persuasion check for me, Cosmo.
That is a 14.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's better just to come on in and we can talk. Yeah,
yes,
James, honey, if you want to just clear off one of the seats for him. There's 2 of them actually. Okay. And so she's like looking behind her, talking to seemingly to James. And so she opens the door up, and you see a kind of like a wiry younger kid with like pretty dark hair. Like it's kind of like shaggy cut, but he's pretty thin, and like I don't know, he's wearing like normal clothes, but does seem to be kind of pale and like gaunt.
Does he?
And
look,
he's kind of picking stuff
healthy?
up off some chairs. He looks a little bit like not like a little bit unwell, like just kind of like a little bit sickly, like
okay.
what you look like after you are kind of recovering from like a sickness or something.
Okay. And so I just say, "Oh, James, you's all right. You look like you've been a little ill."
He's fine. He's been a little under the weather. He's on the mend.
Right. And Holly what were some of his symptoms like?
Being this close to the water, just with the humidity and all that, it's just the normal kind of cold kind of comes and goes pretty, but it was fine. I appreciate the concern, but he's doing all right.
Right. Wow. Good. We would hate to see any viruses going around. This would be bad.
James, honey, if you don't mind going, just go back in your bedroom. Okay. And I'll take care of this.
Oh, that's very good. Because Holly, we have to ask you something, and I suspect that you might know what we're asking, and I would ask that you're honest with us and know that we have James's safety as the utmost priority here. We have suspicion that your boy is not himself. Have you seen anything like that?
Roll in insight.
Insight is insight. That's a 16.
Yeah. Let's let's go outside. And so she kind of like gets up and walks towards the door and just kind of stands like with it open and is like kind of like,
Is he safe here by himself?
He's fine.
Okay, right, then let's go. Rengrim, come on.
Yeah, all right.
So she walks you a little bit away from the cabin to probably the other side of the courtyard, just around where the trees are. And all right, listen, what do you already know?
We know that James is likely been bitten and is now a WereTiger.
Okay. Then yes,
But-
I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but he came home one night, having been attacked by what we thought was some sort of creature in the woods. Could have been a bear. It could have been anything. We didn't know. It was too fast and was gone too quickly. But
Were you there?
the wound. I was not. No, I wasn't there. He had been out. I think he goes out from time to time and used to meet with Bella. I assume they had a pretty close friendship. And
Yes, we knew that.
but he came home one night and he was not himself. The wound wouldn't heal properly, and after a couple days later was when I found out what had happened to him. But you need to understand, I would do anything to protect my boy, and
Good.
I will do anything to protect him. And that includes making sure that, he's protected from everything, from all the, I can't, you know what they would do to him if they knew?
Yes, actually, I'm afraid I do. I'm afraid I might understand, and he would be very outcast and be very alone, and we don't want that for him. And I want you to know that I believe that I know someone who may be able to teach him how to understand his new gift, and that it would mean that you and your son could stay here in Whitport and be safe. And for a persuasion, I actually roll a 22.
Damn, fucking, you guys got the hot rolls tonight. I don't know what to say. That you would go out of your way and help us like this, but my son has killed 2 people.
I know that, but it's not because he willfully did it. He doesn't know how to control this thing that he has in him now. But I believe I know someone who can help him, and that would mean that nobody else would have to be killed innocently. And but I have to caution you as to one person that I know that you should not trust. That person I believe that you should not be trusting right now is Joseph. But you should be trusting Cedric.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, and we'll go with you to talk to Cedric. But I do need to. Would you? I have some items I need to collect from over with Ernest on the other side. Would you be so kind as to come? Just like, I feel safe with you, and I don't want to just go walking by ourselves. We've been meaning to go for a while, but since you're here, would you be able to come with us, almost as like a chaperone, or just make sure that nothing happens in the meantime between getting there and getting back to Cedric's?
We'll stay with you.
Yes, yeah, we will escort you, but we must be on our way quickly.
Okay. Let me just go. I'm gonna go feel free to come back inside or stay out here. But I'm gonna go talk to James and kind of let him know that we're gonna be. We just need to prepare some things, and let me go.
We'll wait.
Talk to him real quick.
We'll wait here, but
okay.
Make haste.
Yeah, so she goes back in the house. She seems pretty I think she was. You get the feeling that she was kind of waiting for something like this to happen. Assuming that this was not a sustainable situation. So she goes back in the house, and shortly after that, she comes out with James, and James is in a little bit warmer clothes, and they seem to be a little bit more prepared for whatever they need to. But so they're ready to go with you.
Do you want to jump over to Leon, or do you want to stay here?
Yeah. Let's jump over to Glenn.
Who was?
I've assumed we've made it to the house by this time.
Yes, very much so. At this point, you're probably sitting in the living room, and Cedric has been asked, has been kind of caught up on the situation, and is probably bringing tea and crumpets and crap like that around that he's made, and is kind of serving it to everyone that's there.
For flavor, when I sat down with everybody,
it's Earl Grey for flavor.
I hate you so much. Damn it. My mage hand is whittling whatever animal is my mage hand is just whittling a small wolf from a block of wood.
Sleight of hand. Let's see this.
Oh, shit.
Let's see how good your whittling is. Your whittling.
That's not bad. Dirty 20.
Ooh. Wow, that's actually really good. Have you done this before?
I don't even respond because it's my mage hand. I'm just pretending like it's a separate entity.
Okay.
Glenn looks to Leon and says, Leon, I gotta know, how'd you meet Joseph originally? Where did your kindred friendship start? Because I don't know how you treat your friends, but I generally don't try to ruin lives or have my friends ruin other people's lives.
Well, before I was afflicted by this disease, this lycanthropy, I was actually a sailor and sailed along with Joseph years and years ago when we were younger. I wasn't. I'm elf. I'm elf. I'm an elf. So it's I wasn't as young as Joseph was as a human, but. When we were both a little bit younger, we spent time together on the seas, and just kind of when I was really, really down on my luck, I happened to hear his name through the grapevine, as just happened to be kind of something that seemed to have a sympathy for the were kind, and we headed this way when I found out he lived here.
So within your community, though, there was some whisperings of his name. Is he one of your people?
Known. He, as far as I know, he is not.
He's not a WereTiger. He's not aware of any kind, because werebadgers are sneaky little motherfuckers.
As far as I'm aware, he is not afflicted by any diseases.
Interesting. So, what is his persona among your community?
He just has an affinity and a friendship for the were community that most people don't. If you think about it in a way, and this is going to belittle myself and my kind, but he has a collector mentality. He likes to have were creatures around him and to be surrounded by them, and that's just, he has an affinity for them, like a collector of sorts.
Has he ever hurt any of your people in your community? I mean, there's got to be some stories.
From what I've heard before, he does not has not hurt anyone. But the problem that most kinds of people would have with it is that he wants there to be more of us. He wants us to procreate and to spread, and that's it's not something that I would. Most people, need in their lives, if you were to ask them.
They say avid collectors are dangerous, but I got to know there was some interesting deals being made. Our first unfortunate victim, Ellis, he, lowly goat herder. He had maybe 5 goat, but we found about 5 gold on him, which I'm sure you're aware that's a pretty hefty price. Do you know if maybe there's some trading going on of your people, maybe of your younger? Have you ever given him a child?
No, that's even bad for me. No, I don't think that. I think that Ellis and unfortunately Bella were an unfortunate side effect of someone uncontrolled of their wear tendencies getting carried away and not, not really, it's hard to spread the disease to someone who's dead, but it's hard to control a new wear. And that unfortunately would be my guess on what happened to those two.
Do you trust Joseph?
I don't trust anyone, but I trust that he's fed us and kept us alive, more alive than we have been. And I trust that he doesn't try to kill us like most people do when they find out what we are. No one wants us around their towns. Are you kidding me? That look what's happened here. Anyone's going to think that that's going to happen again. And this is an unfortunate side effect, but I don't know. I honestly think that maybe this is. I know you all want us to stay here, but I think that maybe this is something we should just all go. I think that we've overstayed our welcome. I'm not trying to hurt a town. I'm not trying to hurt all these people here.
Well, I think you touch on something that's interesting, and Glenn turns to Cedric. Cedric, you guys are in need of protection. You're a small town, yeah, you mentioned that, but it looks like anybody can kind of set up shop and cause some danger. And Leon and his quiet friend Carol here seem like a real kind group of people, maybe a little misunderstood. Maybe you guys can work out some sort of economy. Again, as I mentioned, WereTigers are a pain in the ass when you have to deal with them on the turn side.
That's interesting. Leon, would that be something that you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I'm talking to himself.
I gotta be talking to myself. It's amazing. God damn it. I'm like a crazy person.
I'll drink for that.
That if we are one thing, we're a family, and if you want to welcome our family into your town, the least we could do is make sure it's safe. Yeah. So what do you like? I think that I think they probably continue that conversation and kind of fine tune some more of the details of that. But
what would that sound like? I'm just kidding.
Why don't we go into great detail as to what your wages will be?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have so as long. I mean, I really recommend you sign up for the 401k. It's really it's really good. Okay, we do matching. It's awesome. Goat leg for goat leg. We totally match.
That was 100% a side quest that us players had, was to get the DM to talk to himself tonight.
Yeah.
You fuckers. I equally love and hate you all.
Okay, so Glenn, after seeing that a beautiful friendship has formed and the mage hand has now made a super cool wolf, he stands up and says, Cedric, I'm gonna leave you to your business. I feel like I've got some friends I haven't heard from for quite some time, and I'm gonna go see if I can't find them. And I start walking towards the 5th or spot 5, I guess, where towards the woods until
yeah. So I'll say you walk out there, and as you kind of run into them around Ellis's cabin. And then as soon as you leave the house, you hear just sounds of like them all transforming and just murdering Cedric in cold blood. No, I'm kidding. As you're leaving the town, they seem to be, kind of hashing out the details of what them staying in this town would look like. And just, it's really cool thing, honestly, that I think you just did that I did not plan for, but I think is
Fuck
pretty
yeah.
amazing. So, so you guys run into each other around location 1 there in front of Alice's cabin, and you see Rangrim and Cosmo leading out Holly and James, who you have never seen before.
Hey, boys. Looks like you found the young one, and who's this young lady? And
yes,
I extend a hand.
Hey, yes, Glenn.
Yeah, she has her arm around James.
Glenn, Holly, James, this is my comrade Glenn. He's a new friend of mine, and he's going to keep you safe with us too. And Glenn, we was on our way over to Ernest's house, and to get some things to carry on our way.
Ernest, I've heard that name before.
Yes, he's the farmer. He's the farmer over on the other side, up this way.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I remember kind of walking over that way. I believe.
We haven't been that way yet, but
yeah, I don't think we've been up there.
I think it's up kind of in the northern spot. It's like a 6 or something. I think I've seen.
Yeah. There's just a 6 carved into the ground.
Holly, what are we going to pick up? I mean, Cedric's got all sorts of supplies, and he's been really friendly to this whole cause. My guess is Cosmo's kind of filled you in on the situation, but what do you need to pick up?
Honestly, we have a regular pickup that we do from Ernest, and I honestly just don't feel safe going over there right now. From what Cosmo and Rankram were saying, that we shouldn't be trusting Joseph, and I just asked them if they could come with me to do the pickup, and then that was it. There's not really anything else.
That's interesting. I mean, we're still walking towards Ernest, but
cool. Are you so? So are you guys are heading over that way?
We're probably by the tavern at this point. Glenn looks to Holly and goes, Holly, I don't know about you, but normally when I pick some things up, I tend to drop them off. What do you normally do these jobs for Joseph, you said, or?
So as you guys are walking, she's like, no, like I said, we're just picking up our normal weekly supplies from Ernest. It's not anything crazy or out of the blue. And as you guys are walking, you see a stout, pretty broad human form standing silhouetted in the center of the bridge on the far side.
On the far? Ah, shit.
And so you guys are essentially standing like on one side of the bridge, on the right-hand side of the bridge, and you see Joseph, and he has his big-ass cleaver in his hand, and he just says, I fucking told you were gonna get hurt. And he pulls out of his shirt, he pulls a whistle out and blows it.
Fuck.
And you hear both Holly and James start yelling, and you hear the sound of their essentially like tearing and like bones cracking as they are like expanding and hair is covering their bodies. And we can now transition over to Astral for the battle map.
Son of a bitch.
Do we get reactions out of this?
If anything, they would get reactions because they're behind you.
I would be next to Holly because I was talking to her. I'd be adjacent with Holly.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say so, and then I'll say James was maybe kind of in front a little bit here. Then here, I'll make them visible here in a second.
Fuck. Said I didn't want to have to kill the kid, but you know.
So they very quickly, just their yells and of like pain and surprise kind of morph into these like just growls of just like sheer just rage essentially as both Holly and James transform into full-size WereTigers, and it's like this humanoid kind of lycanthropic. They're not fully tigers, they're not fully people. They're like this hybrid state, and they are about twice as big as you, and they look like they're in 100% fuck you up mode.
Is
we can roll
James really in front of us?
He would have been walking kind of diagonally. I think that we can move these around a little bit. If you want to move where your characters would have been, I can move them around you.
I think Holly and James were pretty shoulder to shoulder.
Okay, so they would be behind you then.
Yeah, I think I was kind of like, I was walking next to Holly. I don't know how much space they take up.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, if they started to shift, I would have been like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
I just want this to be known.
Oh, nice. Dungeons Box 20.
A DB 20, plus 5. So that's a
love that band. DB 20.
25 initiative.
Can you see mine? It's
17?
a 1.
Oh,
It's a 1.
That's pretty par for the course for Rangrim.
Cosmos is a dirty 20.
There's some value having your cleric at the end of the round. Get your heals, get your buffs.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
Joseph also rolled a 1, so
Perfect. Just what I needed. Needed that little
Guys,
boost.
That guy's a douche.
Wicked douche.
I should have smashed him when I had the chance.
who was so it was Rangrim was second highest? Okay. This amazing audio of setting up initiative orders, guys.
Mm-hmm.
What did you roll, Cosmo?
Rolled a dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20. Okay.
Because my proficiency is 2, right? That's what my... No, it'd be a 19. I'm
dexterity.
sorry. I'm sorry. Initiative would be +1, so 19. I apologize.
Never again.
It's been a minute since I looked at my character sheet, so... Damn
Been a
it.
while.
It's been a while.
Been a while. Yeah, 1 second. Hold on.
For real, though. So James has the whistle.
Joseph has the whistle.
Joseph has a whistle. James
Joseph.
turned into a WereTiger. Oh man, I'm so glad we didn't bring the other WereTigers with us. Holy shit.
Yeah, that.
Yep. Well, maybe they have more control. These two are both noobs.
I did not also see Holly being a WereTiger, but
Well, I knew that she
we
was
didn't
gonna.
about that one.
I did. She was because she got bit. We knew she got bit. Well, you didn't know that. That's a bit meta, but we knew she got bit.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just dumb. I was here for the conversation. I just completely skipped over that.
Awesome. Glenn, it is your go, my dude.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage and
Okay.
run as far to. No, I'm going to take my full speed, which is. Are these
Speed.
5-foot squares?
Yes.
Oh, all right. You just grab him.
Right there. Okay. There's a little ruler on this guy. From here, and I look at Joseph, and I say, if you like blowing that whistle so much, I got something for you to blow. And I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. What save do I need to do for that?
Oh, balls. I forgot about that. Wisdom.
That is. He's actually got a 0 for wisdom, but that's an 18.
Yeah, that's going to work.
So, he kind of chuckles a little bit, and then he kind of catches himself and is like, "I'm gonna kill you first."
Will do-si-do.
Or maybe I'll just make you into another WereTiger.
That would actually be super cool. That's my turn. I can't do shit.
So it is Holly's turn, and she's going to take a swipe at Rangrim.
That's gonna hurt.
Yes, especially because she's going to take 2 swipes with her claws. The first one is a 19.
19 meets. I still have a +1 from my blessing.
That's right. Nice. Well, the second one is not going to hit then. That's only a 13. So she's going to swipe down with you, or with her claws on you. 5 damage. As she slices down your back, and you're pretty deep, well armored, so it doesn't get through, but just like the blunt force of that the weight of her claws, just really, that's going to bruise.
That's gonna hurt him.
Cosmo, it is your turn.
Sorry, I forgot to roll initiative for Poe.
Okay. Yeah, let me put him in the order somewhere.
He got an 18, but I'll take him on the next. Well, he would be setting up to help me on the next attack, so.
Okay, if you want to take him before Cosmo, I can just add him in here. That works for you.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
Whose turn is it? Sorry.
It's Poe's turn.
Oh, yeah. So Poe, sorry. Poe is flying up just past Joseph, out of arm's reach, and he's going to hold a bonus action for when I attack, and he's going to take the help action for when he sees me close the distance to make a strike.
Okay, sounds good. So you'll have advantage on the next attack then. It is Cosmo's turn.
Right, yep, okay. So then Cosmo is going to use his war pick. He's going to turn, I guess, at this point. Oh, my bad. How do I turn my guy? It's a thing. Kind of stuff. There it goes.
I can turn him.
I got him.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
I got him. He's mine. I got him. And he's going to swing his war pick at James. But before he does that, he's going to use his bonus action to put a hunter's mark on it.
Okay.
And he's going to attack his 18.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
Great, cool. Damage. I forget. I haven't done this in a while.
It's been 2 sessions since we had combat.
So that's going to be 12 damage, and as he swings his blunt side of his war pick, he just is like, James, you can fight this, and then he just swings on him.
Nice. Yeah, so you hit him with this, and I will tell you that when you hit him, it seems like you don't do as much damage as you think you did.
Cool.
But he takes 6 damage. Google.
No. That should do it for me. That will be my turn.
So you yell at James, you can fight this.
Yeah.
And James takes the hit and then just growls into your face and is going to swipe down on you with one of his claws. That is a 23 to hit.
Yikes.
Nothing.
That's 7 damage. And then he's going to, so he swipes down you with that claw, and then he's going to reach down and bite at you. And that's going to be an 18?
No.
Okay. So he bites down on you, but gets you get your shield up in time, and he bites down onto the shield, and you're able to block it. And then we are on to Rangrim's turn.
Rangrim's turn. Okay. And you said these are 5 feet, each of these?
Yes.
Is there a ruler on this thing? I don't know what it is.
Hold, if you start in one spot and hold shift and drag it.
Are you moving straight?
If you don't
Yeah,
you have to disengage, or you'll take a attack of opportunity.
I was just trying to gauge see how far Joseph was from me.
Yeah, if you hold shift, it'll tell you. So from you, he's 60 feet.
60 feet. Well.
And the WereTigers are like, I'd say about 5 feet from you.
I'd say they're about on top of you.
If I had to guess.
Indeed. Okay.
I don't think I need a ruler for that.
All up in that ass.
Change of plans. Rangrim's just gonna give Joseph the finger, and that's gonna be the somatic components for me casting Bless on the rest of the party.
Nice. Hell yeah. I love it.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
And that is my bonus action. I'm sorry, no, that is my full action. So that would be my turn. So we get a D4 to any rolled attack or saving throw.
Dude, you are
Attack
a
or saving throw.
fucking cleric of clerics, man.
Let's go.
Very good. That's a good cleric right there.
Wait, is that +4 or a D4?
It's a D4. You roll a D4, then add the number to any rolled attack or saving throw.
Cool. Roll attack saving throw.
Awesome. That is going to bring it to Joseph's turn, and Joseph is going to take. He's going to actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to start charging Glenn with his fucking huge blood-covered cleaver, and is just like running at you, full sprint. And it's not going to get to you. Well, actually, you know what? No, he.
If it takes full action.
Yeah, he can take his full action. But you know what he's actually going to do? He's going to get to here, and he's going to pull a knife out of his pocket, out of like the back of his fucking like butcher's belt, and he's just going to huck it at you.
Checking cleavers.
Yeah, it's not a cleaver. This is like a butcher's knife.
Okay.
But he rolled a 2, and so this fucking knife just goes like past you, pretty fucking far away too. You're like, as a rogue, you're like, man, that's a shitty ass throw.
Ah, come on.
Yeah. Probably doesn't do this very often. As used to knives as he is, he probably isn't used to throwing. So, yes, that's gonna bring us to the top of the order at Glenn's turn.
Okay.
Come on.
That's cute.
That's a terrible taunt. It piss off.
He's just like, oh fuck, I was working on it. I thought it really worked.
Okay, so seeing Joseph start to close the distance, I'm going to pull out my scimitar. And I'm going to take 2 steps towards him. And right as I take my attack, or I guess walk towards him 10 feet, as I take my attack...
Just nonchalantly walk towards him.
Poe's going to come down from the backside and give me advantage on
Nice.
this attack.
So that Poe is like flapping
Like,
at his
pecking at the back of his head.
the fuck.
15 plus 7?
7.
23 to hit.
Yes, it very much hits.
Neat. So it's 3d6. Oh, rolled a 1 and a 2. 3, 8 plus 5, so 13 damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage and retreat. So it took me 10 feet to get there, 20 feet away, which is going to take me right about... Yeah, dude, what is it? The lighting? That is sick. Sorry. Got distracted. Yeah, bonus action, disengage, and I'm back here now.
Okay.
Ran up, sliced him. Ooh, sorry. Can I retcon?
I don't think you can split your movement in half. My dude.
Oh, well, fuck him. Then from here, I didn't mean to do this, though. Cast Booming Blade on the hit.
Okay, yeah, that's totally. I'll let you do that. But yeah, you can't split. You can do movement, and you can't split movement into half like that. Unfortunately.
Gotcha. That's fair.
You can
Super fair.
disengage though if you want to.
Keep
or,
him honest,
Or
keep him
hide or
honest.
something. But
Well, disengage. I can't move.
I think disengage is 5 feet back. If you wanted to do that, you can.
Sure.
I believe that's what that is.
I forgot my D8 of damage, so he takes another 6, and then I disengage 5 feet.
Perfect.
So
and then if he moves forward from Booming Blade, he will take the damage from it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Kite that son of a bitch.
I will murder you.
Awesome.
That's actually, I sing that to him.
I will
As I'm
murder
walking up,
you.
I'm like, I will murder you. Slice.
Awesome. Yeah, so Holly is going to actually, yeah, Holly's going to take another swipe down at Rangrim.
What is? Never mind.
It's a 16 to hit. It does not hit Rangrim.
That does not.
I need to clarify this.
What's up?
You can move and then attack and then take the rest of your movement. Disengage does not give you 5 feet.
Okay.
So I take my 20.
Okay.
I'm the fuck out of there.
Okay. That's fine.
I do not want to deal with those cleavers.
Okay. So, no, that was a very cleaver thing to do. Yeah, so
Boo.
Ollie is unable to hit this dwarf standing in front of this Dugard that's standing in front of him that is not moving and is swiping down and is just like hitting your armor, but is not doing any damage to you, Rangrim, and that's going to bring us to Poe.
So this is where it gets unfortunate for Poe. Poe has to leave Joseph's space. So Joseph gets an attack opportunity on Poe.
What?
Yeah, because he has to disengage or it's flapping around his head.
Yeah, if I had an owl, you could do the flyby, but ravens do not have that.
How
This is not gonna go good.
how's a 20?
He does a
15 plus
barrel,
5.
He does a barrel roll. Yeah, he's hit.
Okay. How much HP does Poe have? That's a good question.
Go ahead and roll damage. I'll let you know if you kill him.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Looks
is
like it's
fun.
probably like 4.
It's a D4 minus 1.
So that's
In
a
this
5 plus
form.
3. So 8.
Bye, Poe. You just go.
Okay, so he this thing's flapping around his head, and then you slice on him, and then you take off, and then he's able to just like and swipes up with his cleaver, and you see just Poe just get bisected and then dissipate as he catches Poe with his giant cleaver.
He goes, like Randy Johnson's fastball that hit that seagull.
Just eviscerates it. Oh God, Cosmo, go for it.
Right, and so let's see. I am going to. You're gonna. I don't know how it was, but you'll see like you feel this aura push off of Cosmo, and I need all 3, Holly, James, and Joseph, to make a saving throw.
Is it all creatures or is it all enemies?
It's all creatures.
So it's everyone then.
No,
If
no,
it's hitting-
no.
if-
It's up to 3 creatures of my choice.
okay, yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So they have to make a charisma saving throw.
What's the range on it?
It is 35 feet.
Joseph would not be in it, I don't believe.
Joseph's exactly 35 feet.
Yeah, he's not in it.
According to
5,
Wait,
10,
well,
15.
one.
on Astral, it says he is.
Really? Okay, yeah.
That's how I
Totally
count it.
fine. Hey, go for it. Yeah, let's do it. What are they saving against?
Charisma.
Technicalities.
Charisma. Okay, Joseph rolled an 8.
Nope.
Holly rolled a 17. And James rolled a 9.
Nope. Okay. So, So when they failed it, so Joseph and James failed. So that means that when they make an attack roll or a saving throw, that the target must roll a d4 and subtract that number.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yes.
Neat.
So Holly's safe, but James and Joseph are not.
So what was that again? It's what else in a saving throw?
Attacks.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's the reverse
awesome.
of bless.
Unblessed.
Yep.
You is what I like to say, baned.
You bind. Nice.
Hashtag baned.
You've been banged.
I was born
Hello.
in the darkness.
I knew that someone was gonna do a Bane impression. Yes. Okay. Awesome. So James, now with his much less skilled attack, is going to attack Cosmo. That is going to be.
He can get that far?
James, he's right in front of you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, Joseph is not. No.
I think Joseph's gonna try to kill me.
That's a 19. But he minuses 4, a D4.
Minus a D4.
That's a 2, so it's a 17. Then.
Miss.
Bane and blessed doubling down.
All right. You guys are doing it,
You got so close to the mic for that one.
motherfuckers.
Yes.
Miss.
I felt that.
No, that's James is not able to get any hits off on you.
Miss.
And Rangrim, it is your go.
Quick question. This might be stupid given the astral map, but am I in direct sunlight?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Sick. So that just means I have disadvantage on anything I'm trying to perceive or attack.
Fuck.
Shit.
So
But you
I'm
do
not
have
going to
It's
attack
about 1 o'clock in
anything.
the afternoon, I think, like 1 or 2 o'clock, I would say.
So instead
You
of
need
just
to get you
directly
sunglasses,
attacking anything, yeah, I need to get some Riddick glasses.
We do need
Vin
that.
Diesel goggles. So what I am gonna do is
100% gonna happen.
I'm gonna look around and say, "Oh, I got tricks too," and I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, and it's gonna take the shape of like a large smith's hammer.
Cool.
Because if I'm reading this correctly, it's a spell attack, and my Spiritual Weapon would still be able to attack without disadvantage.
I think so. That makes sense.
Seems
It's
right.
technically a spell attack, and it's not necessary. It's based on my spell attack, but it's not me making it.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that because you're kind of directing it, but I don't think it's tied directly to your vision, so I think that's totally fine.
Okay. So, Spiritual Weapon, bonus action. It
Cool.
appears right next to me, and I'm going to have it attack Holly.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll attack.
Let me just make sure I'm tracking all this on my sheet right here. So that is a D8 plus 4 for damage if it hits, I should say.
Guys, I have a feeling this is going to be a longer episode.
13.
I
My
think
spiritual
cast
weapon
fireball.
to hit.
What was that?
13.
13 to hit? It does hit.
It does hit. Well,
Yeah.
let's go. And that is a whopping 6 damage from my spiritual weapon.
Woohoo! Big money.
And that's force damage. Just for
Awesome.
FYI.
Yes, so you feel that thing solidly connect.
Cool. And then with my action, like full on sun in my eyes, not a single care given. I'm taking a swing at Holly with my action, anyways.
Awesome.
With disadvantage, that's a big old 10.
Yeah, that does not hit. I'm gonna move you, sort of flip you around here. There you go. Sweet. Very nice. Yeah. So Joseph
Oh,
is.
wait, hold on.
What-
With this, I was with disadvantage. I still get a D4. I'm blessed. I could just barely make this. If I
Squeak
don't,
by.
I rolled a 1, so that's an 11.
Oh no.
I'm gonna assume
Yeah.
that misses.
It does miss, just barely.
Okay.
You're like you're swinging. You're like, ugh. You're just like barely, just a hair. So Joseph is going to charge Glenn, 100% charge Glenn, and just attack Cleaver going. And he's going to actually he's charging at you and is attacking recklessly, so he's going to have advantage on the attack, which means that you will actually have advantage on attacking him the next time around.
Sneak attack.
At 20. Fuck yes.
Blessed. Or baned first.
Oh, fuck.
How does that work?
Does that work with? I don't know.
I don't know how
I
that
feel
works.
like it does. I feel like it does.
I don't know if that's is
feel
that
like
double
if it-
damaged?
I feel like if it would hit, maybe it's still a crit, but maybe it misses. I think
I think that that's a good way to go about it. So it would be an 18 then.
Yeah, that still hits.
Actually, well, he has a plus to hit, but it's a nat 20 either way. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this bad mamma jamma. So that's a 7
Hope
times.
you brought your spare character.
Sparacter.
Yeah.
He lost.
So that's gonna be 17 damage. He slices down on you with that cleaver.
17 damage?
Yes.
Holy shit. Yeah, I don't feel good.
Yeah, you are. He fucking cuts a swath across you with that big fucking cleaver. That's probably about like this big. It's a big boy.
Yeah, that hurts.
So, not so funny now, is it? And it's with his cool sayings that he's been saying. And Glenn, is actually your turn.
That river, is it flowing?
Fuck yeah.
It's very much flowing, and it's actually kind of deep. Like you can see
Is it
that
going south or north? It's going up or down?
it's going south.
So it's going the other direction of the bridge. Okay. I take this big ass gash to my chest. I'm like, I cough directly in his face. I'm like, and it goes, I'll see you on the other side, pussy. And I take a strike at him. I just take my.
What?
Oh, actually, he moves too. He takes D8 damage.
Wait, what are you doing?
Joseph,
First of all, he takes-
Joseph moved.
Joseph moves.
Booming
he
blade,
takes
so he
D8.
did move. Yeah.
So he takes
Oh,
seven
shit.
more
Yeah.
damage.
Okay.
And then I take another swipe at him with my scimitar, which
Okay.
he was reckless, so I have advantage.
Yes.
Which, oh shit, is not good. 14 to hit?
Plus,
You.
plus the D4.
Oh shit. Plus 3, 17 to hit.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
My
yes.
Coming in clutch.
Oh, it literally just saved my butt.
You would hit him. He has a low AC.
Okay. 4. Oh my god, I rolled 2 1s and a 3. So 5 plus booming blade damage. 11 damage on that strike.
Okay.
And I disengage. And I just run off the bridge and dive. Just like.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So you're jumping up there to the north side of
Nope.
it, like up here.
I get moving. I get hoofing, and I just dive directly off the pier this way.
Okay. Yeah. Feel free. Oh, you jump off that way. Okay. Cool.
Yep. Very far.
Yeah. Yeah. So the water's going that way. So you'd be going with the water then at that point.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, let's say I dive there just so I can have.
Okay. Yeah. A little bit more room. Sounds good. And that is going to bring us to Holly's turn.
Good luck, boys. That shit fucked me up.
So Holly is actually going to. I guess she'll just swipe down on Rangrim again. That's a nat 1. And then 15 plus 7, so 23 plus. Well, that's not 23. That's wait. No, 22. And then minus 1, so that's a 21. God, so much rolling with Bane.
Yep, so that would hit.
Okay, so she's gonna swipe down on you with one of the claws, and that's an 8 damage. Damage. Yuck. Yep. That is gonna put us to Poe. Well, actually, Poe's dead. The ghost of Poe, Cosmo.
Right, it's Cosmo's turn, and shit, he's feeling a little. Oh, that's not good. That's right, and I guess he's just gonna try and push in on James again, and swing his war pick at him.
Bet you wish you were taking the money now, huh, boy?
We'll find out there in just a moment. That's gonna be a 10 to hit. On the way.
Okay.
A hit on the way.
No, that does not hit.
Is that with your bless? Hashtag D4.
that
Hashtag
was with me, bless.
Bless.
Um,
Balls.
Guys, shit is not going well for you right now.
Correct.
I'm wicked pumped. I just remembered I can't see crap in the light.
Yeah, so sorry about that, guys.
That's super helpful.
James is actually going to. Joseph is going. You hear the whistle blow from behind you, and James's eyes kind of like when you see a cat where like they get really excited and their eyes like the pupils inside of it like expand where it goes all like black. That happens, and James is swipes his hand down at you, Cosmo, and is trying to smack you as hard as he possibly can to knock you off the bridge. And I'm going to roll. See if he can hit. Actually, you know what? Oh yeah, so I have to hit you, and then you have to do a save.
Plus Bane.
Plus Bane.
Or
Yeah,
minus.
I don't think. Hold on. Okay, so it's our normal test. Sorry, this is dumb. So 15 plus that, it's not going to hit you. It's like a 13.
Nope.
So. Yeah, and that's going to take his whole action to try to do that. And so he does that, and he misses. He just kind of like bangs off your shield, but you felt the force of it, and he was like, yeah, he was trying to knock you right the fuck down off that bridge.
Mm.
So that is going to be Rangrim's turn.
Okay. I'm going to attempt. I'm gonna just. You know what? I'm turning and I'm just tackling Joseph off the bridge.
Yeah, sweet. Hell yeah.
When I'm like running at him, I'm diving like towards him, and I'm attempting to grab this whistle from him
Awesome.
as I kind of spear him off. So that would just contested strength checks. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Maybe like a
yeah.
grapple, maybe.
Yeah, let's do a grapple. Let's do
All
some
right.
wrestling.
Dawn, you're Bane. Dan, you're blessed. Just reminders.
Bane
Oh,
and
and
Bless.
I just rolled a 3.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Well,
I
We need something or we're gonna die.
I rolled a 2 plus 2.
So I rolled this is the weakest competition ever.
You need
It's
a 3 minus
It's a 3
D4.
plus a 3, and then I rolled for my Bane. I rolled a 1, so it was a 5 total.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't actually add my strength mod. I am sorry.
Yes.
So that is a.
Yes.
I rolled a 2, so I have a 7 total.
Yes.
This
Okay. Yeah.
This is two kids just slap fighting.
It's the
No,
weakest
you're
strength
able-
checks.
roll me a sleight of hand to see if you can snatch this whistle. Are you
What?
trying to go tackle him off the bridge and go with him? Or are you
I
trying
was
to
more just
push,
trying to
shove-
like
shove him?
kind of like just like body him more so
Okay.
off the bridge.
Yeah.
And that would be an 18 plus 4, and you said sleight of hand, correct?
Yeah.
So that is a 22 on my sleight of hand.
Holy
You sneaky
shit.
son of a bitch.
Oh my
You
God.
snatched that. You are more stealthy than the rogue right now.
I
Hey.
ran up and was like,
Hey, we don't need to
and I
hurt
just-
feelings. We're on the
So-
same team here. Also, he took an 8d8
Yes,
to
he did.
damage. He took a full
'cause he
8.
moved.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so wow. Yeah, that's not good.
That was neat. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Rangram.
Very good. Coming in
Rangram.
clutch.
That was
yeah.
that was my strategy until he got cut in half.
Yeah.
So Rangram, you run full fledged at this guy and you tackle him off the bridge and kind of like his back his back goes against the railing and you kind of go over him, and as you kind of flip over the top of him, you grab the whistle and you just rip it off, and he kind of like tumbles backwards off the bridge and you kind of land a little bit farther up in the water. I guess actually probably this way. But the water is deep. You will for sure be swimming. It's probably about 15. I mean, not like anyone's 15 feet tall, but it's about 15, 20 feet deep.
That was good until it wasn't. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
you are
you're gonna be
100%.
swimming. You're gonna be swimming a little bit. But yeah, Joseph is actually. I'm gonna have him take a little bit of damage from getting nailed against the side there. So he's gonna take 5 damage.
And now Cosmo is stuck up with 2 WereTigers. So please.
You'll be fine.
That's literally Cosmo's favorite place to be. It's in your backstory. Look it up.
I wrote my backstory. What the?
So-
I edited it.
I'm giving Joseph. Joseph's gonna attack you recklessly, Rangram. But he
With Bane.
In the water?
in the water. He's also gonna have, but he's gonna have disadvantage, so it's just gonna be a straight roll.
Okay.
So he's. That's only gonna be a. These stupid cards. Sometimes I cannot see which one is which. But okay, so that is a 16. Actually, plus Bane, so that doesn't hit you anyway.
Minus Bane.
Yeah, it's a 12. I rolled a 4 for Bane.
Damn.
Dude, Bane is gnarly.
Bane's nasty.
It's nasty. All right. Yeah. So he kind of like you go over the top of him and he swings down on the other side into the water, just trying to like tread water, and swings down and just the cleaver just sinks into the water. Doesn't get you. And you now have advantage on attacking him, but you're also in water, so it'll be a straight roll. And and you also have the sun, but anyway, it'll be a straight roll.
So straight roll for me to attack him back.
Well, yeah, if it's went on your turn.
Okay.
But here's a caveat here for your attack. With the flow of the river, would your attack take place while out of direct sunlight and under the bridge?
Ooh.
It could if he wants to move. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that river's flowing.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
Are we all?
Yeah, I'll say that by the time it comes back around, you guys have kind of flowed underneath the bridge. I think that's a really I like it a lot, actually, because we're top of the order now. So that would mean that some time has passed. So
Did I
Glenn,
move? So I moved.
Yeah, move down
squares.
2.
2 squares.
Yeah, 2 squares.
Okay. I'm gonna guess my
That's really
swimming
cool.
speed is half my natural speed because Glenn is not a swimmer.
Yeah.
it's
Are you
half,
trying
right?
to get to the edge, or are you trying to swim back up?
Yeah, I'm swimming to here.
Cool.
I'm guessing I'm like halfway in water.
Yeah, and I'll say that's definitely difficult terrain until you at least get up to the grassy area.
Okay, so I see Rangrim and Joseph tickle
Floating
fighting
down.
underneath the bridge, and
My daddies.
Under the bridge. Under the
I see
bridge downtown.
Cosmo fighting with his
Where
buddies.
you drew that blood.
So I'm going to sheath my scimitar, and I'm going to pull out my longbow, and I'm going to take an attack on James. And I'm going for the carotid because James ain't my boy no more. That's not very good.
Come on.
8 plus... Oh, plus 7. 15. That's
Does it
great.
hit? It
Yeah.
does hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's neat.
It's fur. They don't have a really high AC. It's just fur.
And that's a sneak attack because he's engaged.
Truth. That is
Congratulations.
some truth.
13 damage on that hit.
Yes. So your arrow kind of, as it hits them, it hits, but it doesn't seem to pierce their hide, and kind of breaks as it hits them. But you can see it's still the damage, and it does 7 damage.
Okay. And then with the end of my attack, is it like a rocky shore? Is it like a little like?
Yeah, it's a stony shore, and you could get up it, but it's probably just going to take the half movement till you get at least to the grass.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna kind of rotate myself, and then I'm gonna hide the best that I can if there is anything to hide behind. But if it's just like a sloping shore, there's nothing to hide under, and I can't do shit.
Yeah, not really.
There's nothing. Okay, then I can hide in plain sight. I crouch, just getting a small ball. That's my turn.
Sweet. Yeah, Holly is going to bear down on you, Cosmo, and shit is gonna get whack for you here real quick.
That's cool.
That's a fucking nat 20, but then we'll bane it. That's an 18. Does that hit you?
No. Well, wait a minute. If it meets, does it block?
No.
Nope, if it
Tie
meets,
goes
it
to the
meets.
runner. Goes to the attacker.
All right, then yeah, it hits.
Question: I did not move my spiritual weapon. Does that get an attack of opportunity? I've never
If
thought
she
of this
moves,
before.
if she moved, I don't know. Can someone let me Google
I'll
that
do a
real
quick
quick?
Google on that.
Yeah, do a Google, real quick. Quick Google.
Also, I got bad news for us. according to the crit Bane rule, according to page 194, if the D20 roll for an attack is a 20, the attack hits regardless of any modifiers or the target's AC. In addition, the attack is critical. So 20 is a 20 is a 20.
My dude.
20
It sucks for us right now, but it'll help for us eventually.
My dude.
And spiritual weapon does not get.
Okay.
Lots of opportunity.
Well, all kinds of bad news because I just rolled max damage on this crit.
Sorry, Cosmo.
Show me what you got.
That's gonna be 19 damage.
Oh.
What?
Tis but a flesh wound.
Dude, that is all of my flesh.
Take all of my flesh. This is my flesh. So she swipes down and just catches you like right on the side where your chainmail meets your like the soft where the chainmail ends in your neck and just like cuts a gash across your throat area. She's gonna attack with her second claw. That's only going to be with Bane too. That's only gonna be a 13. That does not hit. Okay.
Tis but does not.
Cosmo, it is your rebuttal.
Right.
Cosmo, smash.
I have nothing to smash with. They seem to be impenetrable. They take very limited damage from me war axe, pickaxe, whatever's. And shit. I wish I had something else. I got two of them to fight me. Right. So I guess I move to attack on James.
Okay.
My hope is that maybe there's some, I don't know. We'll find out what's happening here. And okay, right. So he's gonna hit James.
Okay.
Whatever. And that is going to be a 12 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, it does. That does hit.
Terrific.
Just hits.
Just barely.
Just squeaks by.
Squeaking on by. Okay, and then so with that will be some a divine smite on that.
Fuck. Okay.
All about to meet Jesus.
Y'all's about to meet my Lord and Savior.
Jesus pickaxe.
That's going to be let's see.
Break down for me which damage of that is your pickaxe damage and which damage of that is magic damage.
So you're gonna take 12 points of magic damage.
Magic.
And you're gonna take, oh wait a minute, hold on. It is 2d8s, I forgot. So it's 18 spell damage. Because I also count my hunter's mark as spell damage.
Right, yes.
Right, so it's going to be 3 plus so 6 is gonna be my axe damage.
Okay, so that was gonna be halved, but the rest of it will go all the way through. And you feel like you got a solid hit on James for the first time.
And so it's just like, and I just real like strong, just like, James, fight it, you can do it. And then just like smashes him with this holy hammer.
Awesome. It doesn't seem like it's getting through to him. Like, to be honest, his eyes are still like as angry as they were. And that's going to bring us to James's turn, actually. And James is going to, again, try to slap you all to hell. That's going to be it's an 18.
Minus.
Bane, so it's a 14.
Nope.
And he again misses you. And that's going to bring us to Rangrim's turn.
Okay. So I'm now below the bridge
Yes.
with Joseph.
Yes.
I'm gonna shout, Glenn, make your way to Cosmo. And because I'm no longer in direct sunlight, I'm gonna use my Durgar magic to cast the enlarge portion of enlarge reduce on myself to double myself in size, which also gives me advantage on strength checks. And I'm just trying to drown him underneath the bridge.
Amazing. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
How do we do breath?
Like, I am putting everything I have to just like drown him. So I'm now doubled in size, and I have advantage on strength checks.
Dude,
plus pain. Let's
Yeah.
Can you like stand yet? Like,
if you're doubled in size, you're still not able to stand because I think you're only like
I think
you're
I'm
only
like
like
4
8 feet
something.
tall.
I
Yeah,
think
so
you're as
9
tall
feet
as
tall.
me now.
Yeah, you're 9
Yeah.
feet tall, I think, something like that.
Well, it's about 15 feet deep, and if he's a regular sized fellow, I'm gonna
on his tippy toes.
Yeah.
I'm just still bodying him. I'm holding him under.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're way stronger than him. I mean, you have advantage on him, right?
When enlarged, I have advantage on strength saving throws as well as bless and bane. So if
Okay. Yeah.
he beats
he
me on the
rolled-
saving throw, I might break my computer.
He rolled a 16. So
Minus
13 plus 3. Oh fuck me.
Yeah.
Minus 4 again, so that's a 9.
I rolled a 19, so collectively that's a
Oh
29.
my god. Yeah.
I'm sorry, a 28.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say you grab him and force him down with enough that it actually forces the kind of, he is not able to get a breath, and you force him down underneath this water, and he is immediately seeming like he is fucking suffocating underneath this water, and he's gonna fight you, but he is being asphyxiated currently right now, and you're probably actually choking him a bit as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Fucking awesome. It's actually Joseph's turn. He's going to swing at you from underneath the water with disadvantage, but then I'm going to give him.
Didn't he
he's
drop
gonna
his
attack-
cleaver?
I don't think so. No,
He lost the whistle.
yeah, he lost. The
Oh,
whistle.
I thought
Yeah.
for some reason I thought he dropped his cleaver when he was swinging in the water.
No. So this is going to be it's only a 17. Does not hit.
Minus,
Minus.
but still doesn't hit.
Yes.
No, 15. So he's trying to swing at you with this cleaver, but he doesn't really have enough of like, he can't move it quickly enough through the water to hit you, and so it's just kind of like not doing any damage as it's hitting against your armor.
Nope.
And that is going to bring us to the top of the round with Glenn.
Get it, Glenn?
Okay. Glenn, how far am I? I'm very not that far. I know I'm off map in this way, but what is to the right of the bridge? Is there? Okay, no, there's no real bushes or anything for me to hide from. Okay, Cosmo's still engaged with James, who still has advantage. I look to James. I go, "Hey, James. What'd Cinderella say once she got to the ball?" And I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Holy, that
Sorry,
is, you're fired. What kind of save is that?
Can I get
Killed-
inspiration? Can I get inspiration? Wisdom.
I'm gonna give you negative inspiration for that one.
Be mad about it. It's not your stream.
What's the save?
I'm gonna let you roll and then we'll talk about it.
Well, it's I rolled an 11. So what is that?
Oh,
What-
tight. Yeah, he's down.
Okay, what do I add
James.
to it?
James is giggling. Oh, sorry,
it's
it's
a
wisdom.
bane. It's a bane.
It's wisdom plus bane.
Minus bane.
So -1 for that, and then wisdom they have a +1, so it's a 11.
Yeah, he's down.
Okay, so James falls down in this horrifying fit of what sound like, I don't know, these like gurgling roars, and they are prone. Do remember though, they get a save every single turn, and they also get a save every time they're attacked. So remember that.
Correct.
Oh, that was
Figured it out.
too
But
good.
Cosmo's gonna have advantage on this. Cosmo's gonna have advantage on this attack.
Yes, for sure.
Hold on. That was my action, and then I'm gonna take my movement to start flanking up.
Oh, that was so good.
Sorry. Did you consider this difficult terrain, the rocks area?
Yeah.
Yes, until you get to the green, it's difficult terrain.
Too good.
So that counts as 20 feet. Okay, so I can get there. Cool.
Awesome.
Yep. And that's my Tizern.
Your Tizern. Awesome.
Yeah.
That is going to bring us to Holly's turn, and Holly is going to try to take Cosmo to fuck you uptown.
I should have said, what did Holly say when she got to the ball?
Fuck. God.
It wouldn't have made sense. You did it right.
That's true.
You did
That's
it right.
true.
I would have been like, who's Holly and why did she go to the ball?
Well, and then if we have a Holly listening, that's just not good.
That's just weird. What?
We might have a Cinderella listening. You never know.
It's true.
Cinderella.
It's 2020. There's no rules when it comes to names anymore. Whatever Elon Musk's kid name is, like Zhao Chow or whatever, the fucking crazy numbers and letters. Yeah, the
his
characters.
son's gonna beat him to death one day and change his name to Ryan.
God.
So funny.
Awesome. That is a 21 to hit. I'll take Bane because I always forget. So that is a 19.
It still hits.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll her second attack too. That is a 13 plus Bane's not gonna.
No.
Okay. So one attack. Oh my! 7 plus 3. It's 10.
10? 10 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so she gets you with one of her claws, and that's gonna be your turn, Cosmo.
Terrific. Cosmo is going to... He looks pretty hurt, and now you're just gonna... You'll see him, like, maybe drop to his knee for a moment, and he just kind of puts his hand on his chest, and he's just, "Not today, evil will not win." And you just see this, like, glow, and he gains some health.
Some health. Nice.
Take it. Take it all.
Is it a bonus action or a full action?
That is a full action. And I'm trying to think if there's anything left that I got left in a bonus action tank. I don't think that there is.
Rangram, I think you've been forgetting to attack with your spiritual weapon as well.
That's all
I
good.
didn't last time because I kind of thought the whole grappled. Well, actually, no. It is my bonus action to use my Durgar magic, which is the same to move my spiritual weapon. That's why I didn't last turn.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Cosmo, you good?
Yeah, I'm done.
Awesome. James is going to make his save to try to get out of his laughter fit. That is, yeah, it's the same roll. 11, and then, yeah, it's literally the same thing. So it's 11. So he does not save. He is still doing the roaring laughter while rolling on the ground. That is going to bring us to Rangrim.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
So, bonus action, spiritual weapon attack against Holly.
Sweet.
That is a 14 to hit,
Yes. Yes, it does hit.
and that is a D8 plus 4, so that's 5 force damage
Fuck yeah.
to Holly.
Yes.
And Rangrim takes a very deep breath and just doubles down on the Joseph drowning here. Like, I'm going underwater at this point with a nice, deep, healthy breath of air before
roll me an athletics.
Athletics. That is a 17 plus 5, 23.
Do you? Sorry, purely out of curiosity, if you have advantage on strength, would you have advantage on athletics too?
Well, it's strength saving throws, so like strength
got it.
contests, and that's specifically
Okay.
so the athletics check I wouldn't.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. My athletics, I'm not proficient in it, so that's just a dirty 20. It's not a 22.
Okay. I think that you
Plus,
still
plus.
would have advantage on. So it's only strength saving throws that you have advantage on.
Strength saving throws.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Okay, so if you can roll me So adding obviously the damage that you get from being enlarged, but also if you can roll me an unarmed attack on him. Just like, and not, you don't have to roll attack, just roll unarmed damage.
Unarmed damage. Unarmed.
You're
strike.
essentially crushing him with your fucking hand right now. You're crushing his throat.
So my unarmed damage would just be 4.
Okay. Plus the damage for being enlarged, the D4 extra.
Oh, the D4. I forgot that. The D4 extra from being enlarged. You are correct. So that's another 4. 8.
Nice.
Do it.
You feel him like his throat is like giving, and you can just like the bubbles, like few last bubbles that are in his throat are kind of like his eyes are starting to pop out, and it seems like he is on fucking death's door with this, as you are essentially choking the fucking life out of Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say you guys probably moved a little bit more at this point, just like there. That is some dark shit, guys. I love it.
Somebody has to bring the light.
Glenn, that is going to be you. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It's Joseph's turn.
Okay.
My bad. Sorry to give you false hope there. So Joseph attacking with reckless attack. He's going to get a 19. Bane is a 4 plus his plus, so that's 25. Or sorry, 24 plus, so it's a 20 total after Bane. Because it was a 19 plus 5 minus 4.
That would just hit.
Okay, so he's able to, he drops his cleaver down in the water and he grabs a knife out of the back of his belt and just stabs. He's just like stabbing you reflexively now, trying to get you off of him.
As one would when being drowned.
As one does.
He's realizing he can't swing this cleaver through the water, and so he's just dropped it to the bottom. And that's going to be an 8 for damage.
8 damage.
He just buries this fucking knife in right through your chainmail. It's literally the scene out of Breaking Bad when the guy's where Walter White's choking him and he's stabbing him with a piece of plate. Cool. That's gonna bring us to Glenn, for real this time.
Realsies?
No, actually, you know what?
James is down.
Yes.
Giggling like a silly little
lad, just a silly little lad.
Little lad. I'm gonna move. Sorry, I'm trying to find the distance. Is that 30? Oh,
He's
I can
going
still take shots.
the distance.
I'm gonna take a longbow shot at Holly because she's attacking my boy with advantage because she's attacking my boy. That is a 22 to hit. I'm gonna say that hits.
Yes, that does hit very much.
Seems pretty strong.
I'm gonna say that hits. Hits a little bit.
5 plus. Oh crap. 5 plus a d8. Oh god. 2 1s and a 4. 6 damage on that one.
Any magic damage?
Nope. I ain't got no magic.
Magic.
And then I'm going to move my little self back. Yeah. I'm gonna go here and just be flanking.
Nice. Awesome. Are you going to? I guess you're hidden now at this point.
I mean, it looks like it's just a dirt road. Is there anywhere? Is there
well,
anything
you're behind them.
behind?
Well, I would say that the fact that you're moving back behind them, you're out of their line of sight, and if you want to use, you can use your bonus action to hide.
100%. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Always. For the stealth of that is a 15, if it matters.
Yeah, I think that's totally sufficient. And so that's going to bring us to Holly's turn. Holly is going to try to shove Cosmo off the bridge. No, not at all. That's a 4. Plus 5. What's up? Okay, yeah. Here. Okay, so how about we'll do this then? Instead of it being an attack, I'm just going to do a strength contest, and if you want to allow her, if you want to have disadvantage on the save, go for it. If you're allowing it to happen, just roll a strength contest, or I guess it would be so in athletics. Oh my god, 23 was your lowest?
Sorry, I'm sorry. So 28 is with advantage. Do I need to roll again?
No. Disadvantage. You said you wanted. You were trying. Yeah. So okay. So we were letting her push you off the bridge.
So you want me to roll at disadvantage?
I was gonna have you roll a disadvantage, but honestly, if you want to just auto fail and go with the push, I don't even need to make you roll a disadvantage, I guess.
I can roll a disadvantage, but it's gonna be a 23.
Yeah, I don't think that in context of the story, I don't think that makes sense. If the fact that like you're being pushed and you're like, oh, I'm just too hard to be pushed. Like if you're going with the push, and you're like,
I think for me the role would be for the athleticism to allow it to like to kind of like shield buckle. She's pushing on the shield, and it's like I see what's happening, and I'm allowing her momentum to have control over the situation.
Okay. Yeah, so she's going to shove you off the bridge then, and you're able to like take your shield and block from the push, and then kind of roll it over the edge of the bridge, and then just kind of drop down onto the bank if you want to, or into the water.
Okay.
Into the shallow part of the bank.
Shallow part of the bank sounds great. Yep.
So you're not in the water, you're just like you're barely on enough water to cushion your fall.
Yeah, dope.
Awesome. So that is going to bring us to your turn, actually, Cosmo.
Dope.
Bobby, real quick, we had someone in chat say they couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I had muted myself to stream just for a moment, but I think we got most of it. Thank you.
Okay, nope, not a problem.
Appreciate you.
John, real quick, did Holly move with him towards the edge? Like, are they all lined up in a line?
Yes, she would have moved forward a little bit there, like that.
Tight.
Tight. Okay, and then so Joseph's underwater. Okay, I think that's fine. I might even just hold my turn.
Okay, yeah, you can.
I mean, maybe I'll I'll allow it, but I'll use my difficult terrain to kind of work up towards the shore.
Okay, yeah, you can hold your action, just use your movement then, if you want
to. No, you know what? I may stay right here. I'm gonna sit right here.
Okay, probably a good call, because if you go up on that shore, you're gonna be right next to James.
Yeah,
he's gonna be within range.
I'm chilling. I'm gonna chill. He's laughing.
James is still prone, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, James is prone. He'll get to save right now. That is going to be. It's a wisdom, you said?
Yep. Plus Bane. Minus Bane.
Minus Bane. That is a 12.
Does not. He's still laughing at
It's a good
He
joke.
loves it. He loves it. James loves the joke.
It's a good one.
fan.
Awesome. That's going to bring us to Rangrim's turn.
All right. Do I have a general idea on how alive this guy still is?
Is he blue?
You feel like you are. Yeah, he is about out. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna squeeze the life out of this dude.
Okay. Well, and that being said, I wicked hate this guy. He was responsible for that kid getting killed. So while I'm choking him, I'm drowning him, and I'm casting inflict wounds on him.
Oh fuck! Oh my god!
Oh no.
Yeah, and you have advantage on. I mean, if it's a spell attack to hit him, you have advantage on it because you're literally.
It is a spell attack to hit him, and my spell attack is +6. So
Get wrecked.
that's a 17.
Plus.
That's not with bless. 21.
Thought I what?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
21. And then good old inflict wounds. That's just a couple D10.
Just
3
a couple.
D10.
Oh my god. And do add in the same damage you did last time for the unarmed attack plus your enlarged.
Don't forget your spirit weapon.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
There's so much shit.
So all in all, with the unarmed attack, enlarge, casting inflict wounds around this guy's neck while I'm choking him, that's 30 damage. There's 24 from inflict wounds and 6 from the.
How does this guy die?
Fish food, motherfucker.
I just crumple his neck while I'm choking it underwater. Like his, I damn near decapitate
Low-key,
Yeah.
low-key,
while
we
I'm
need
just
the body.
choking him out.
Yeah, so you are grabbing Joseph, and he's just like looking at you, and his eyes are bulging. He's starting to turn blue, and then you just, as you cast inflict wounds, this like dark energy comes through your hands and runs over his body, and you just like the water turns red as these like rents of flesh open up all over his body and face. It's just like wounds appear all over him, and you just watch as you crush his throat in your hand, and just like completely just like hear the in the water. And then he just goes limp and is just floating in the water around you, just turning red. And Cosmo, this is probably pretty upsetting for you to see as this like large Rangrim comes floating out with Joseph in the water, just like looks like piranhas just happened in there.
You know what I like to say? Lawful good doesn't necessarily mean lawful nice. So, fuck 'em, mate.
I think right as that happened, I probably would just drift back into the sunlight. So I'm like choking him out all huge, and then I'm just like, "Oh," and then I just go back to normal Rangrim size because I'm now in sunlight.
Now
Oh,
you're
it doesn't
choking
work in
a bigger
sun?
person.
No, it is. I can't be in direct sunlight to cast it, and it only works as long as I'm
Oh
not
my
in direct
god,
sunlight.
what an amazing use of the map. Good job, my dude.
And then S's and G's, we're gonna bonus action spiritual weapon Holly right in the back of the head.
Cool.
Let's go.
Don't forget we need the body. Or at least the head, I guess.
Oh, and spiritual weapon
Tear that head right off.
spell attack. That's 12.
To hit or damage?
Yes, to hit.
Yes, does hit.
Okay. D8 plus 4 force damage. That's 11 force damage to Holly.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Joseph, are you holding on to him still?
Oh yeah, I still got one hand on his neck. I imagine his
Okay.
neck's like his head is like
It's-
just kind of flopping around like in really abstract, gross looking ways.
It's pretty upsetting, to be quite honest.
Salvador Dali painting.
And I'm just kind of floating, like looking at Cosmo, like.
He's just like holding him up, and he's just like, Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you trying to move towards the? Are you using your movement to try to get towards the?
If I could, I would
sure.
actually go like kind of drift towards that embankment. Was that staircase like we're taking that as cannon there? That staircase actually.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
would use my movement to try and. It's
Okay.
halved in the water, right? So I don't.
Yeah,
have
and you're
15.
carrying Joseph too. So, and I gotta shrink you back down.
You'd be like,
You know what? No, I'd go over towards Cosmo. To be honest,
Okay.
I know
Yeah,
that's
come
difficult
on, Mike.
terrain, but I'd
Let's-
go closer to those guys.
Cosmo, you did hold your turn. If you want to assist getting Rangrim out of the water,
Yeah, definitely.
with that, you are welcome to do that. With that, I'll say if you want to burn that held turn, you can get him onto the shore.
Burn it.
On the shore, carrying Joseph's body by his limp neck.
Yeah, it is pretty gross.
Rangrim's very proud of himself. I got his limp neck in one hand, and I'm like holding
It's
the
like
whistle.
a cat
"Guys."
coming back with a dead bird.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking of.
Oh god.
Guys, I did the thing.
Sorry.
Look it.
I did the thing.
I'm basically a detective. I said it was tigers the whole time.
Yes, you did, mate. Where's the whistle? Can we blow the whistle now? Be proud of me. 100%.
Yeah, Rangrim, you do have the whistle. What are you going to take a look at that, or what are you doing with it?
Yeah, if I have a moment, I'd like to be able to, like, quick inspection. Does it appear to be magical?
Wait a minute.
Do
Wait a minute. No, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, you're used to working on artifacts and things of that nature, so I'll let you do an arcana check to like see if you can find anything using like your history of arcane items to see if you can
Okay.
tell. You won't be able to tell what it's any kind of enchantments on it, but you can tell whether you're like, I think this is probably enchanted just by feel.
That's just a regular old 10. I got a 0 to Arcana.
Okay. I would say that by context clues, you would assume that there's probably something going on with this thing a little bit more than meets the eye. So let me describe it for you. It's a gold whistle that seems to be the depiction of a tiger's head. It has two gems for eyes. Right now the red eye is poking out farther than the green eye, and the green eye seems to have been pushed farther into the eye socket. So it's like a eye-popping situation where the red one is sticking out, and where the tiger's mouth would be is where the whistle space is, and then its nose seems to have two holes for like for air to escape for the whistle to work.
Okay. Rangrim's just gonna shrug, push one of the other eye in, and then attempt to blow the whistle and see what happens.
So you push the red eye back in, and the green eye pops out, and then you blow it, and it makes a much deeper noise this time when you blow it, and almost immediately you hear the sounds of James and Holly, like the bone cracking thing kind of happens again, and you hear them kind of start growling and yelling at first, and then you hear it turn more human, and Glenn, you can see that they have reverted back to their human forms and just kind of seem, well, James is still laughing, which is probably pretty disturbing. I guess not more disturbing than a WereTiger laughing, but
That transition sound would probably weird as fuck.
oh yeah, it's probably really upsetting, just the most disgusting Joker noises ever. But they are, Holly is kind of like on the ground. Seems like she's just kind of trying to catch her breath and is holding her head in her hands, and then James is still kind of on his back laughing.
All right, I have a point of order. If Rangrim did all this and I had an arrow knocked and I let it go at Holly, what timing would this have been around? If I had an arrow knocked at Holly and let it go, what timing would have been of me letting the arrow go and noticing the change? Because it's like around, right? Like all these things are happening at the same time.
Was it your turn
okay.
next?
Yeah, it would have been my turn next. That was 100% go for Holly.
I would say that if
I saw the change happening before I let go of the arrow, then I would have.
I don't think that it would be a situation where you would be shooting and then they would start turning back. I think that it takes a little bit longer than that. So like, unless that's what you're trying to do, is kind of
the sake of a round, if I'm the top of the order on the next one, I let the arrow go on the top of my next round.
No, I'm going to say that because it is the top of the round.
Impale Holly's throat.
If you had said that you were holding an action to shoot as soon as she did something, and then I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I
think we're good.
I don't shoot her in the throat.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Don't shoot people in the throat.
Game of Thrones, man.
We know they have four health points. So.
Anytime you're happy, Game of Thrones just take that from you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting.
This stream
for the next
brought
ones.
to you by George R.R. Martin.
Yeah. It's brought to you by the book that'll never exist. 2 of them. Coming to you never. Yeah.
Never.
Awesome. So yeah, you essentially have a dead Joseph and 2 WereTigers that are now back to people. And what would you guys like to do?
Glenn, super fucking hurt, and walks over to Rangrim and goes, buddy, could I get that health potion that I gave you earlier? I'm not feeling so good. And it's just like among the black leather is just blood just everywhere. I'm just leaking.
So I would hand him the health potion as well as cast Cure Wounds on him as I hand it to him as a touch spell.
D4? What's cure wounds?
Yeah, cure wounds is a D8 plus 4.
You guys hear the sounds of what sounds like running footsteps coming from behind you on the pathway.
Yeah, where the hell have the villagers been? Pieces of shit.
We can transition back to the map, Bobby, if you would like to.
100%.
BK, that's 8 more healing from my cure wounds.
Sweet.
Yeah, he got pretty close to.
Dude, I was on death's door.
Dude, no joke.
You see Cedric running over with Leon, Carol, and Bareth. I forgot his name for a second. Oh my God! What is that? Joseph? Why is he's? Did you kill Joseph?
Cedric, Joseph was the ringleader of this whole, and he has a whistle to prove it that he was controlling the Tigers. They were under his control, and Joseph was not going to be cooperative. There was not any negotiating to be had.
Holly comes up behind you and with her arm around James and just, Cedric, it's all true. Joseph had some sort of power over with that magic item, and he was able to force us to transform. There was no way for us to be able to control our actions. I understand if you want us to leave, but at least allow us to go in peace. We mean no one any harm.
Cedric, I think that's a bad idea. I truly believe that these is good town folk, and they should be protected by the people of Whitport, and would be a great asset to you as the new mayor.
Leon steps forward and, listen, I have some apologizing to do to you, Molly, and seeing as if looks like I'm gonna be sticking around, I also was underneath the control of old Joseph there, which, to be honest, I'm not that sad to see him in that state. But
his neck just crumpled.
just, I've had many years to figure out how to properly control this and make it into more of a, it's never going to be easy, but I can make sure that you're not a danger to anyone, and your boy's not a danger to anyone either. And I think that together we can make this town a lot safer. If Cedric was okay with you staying around, I think that we can make this work. Cedric's just like, well, I get where you're getting to the point where there's just half WereTigers, half people in this town now. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's cool. We're going to have to double up on shampoo or something. I don't even know.
You might need a new butcher.
Yeah, I can see that.
You definitely need a new butcher. And I'm just like muppeting his head around.
Yeah. I think that we can make this work. Molly, James, please don't leave. Don't go anywhere. We want to make sure you're safe. You know, we need to protect our own here, and this clearly wasn't your fault. And so, I guess trying to figure out, we need to wrap up here. So
go ahead.
So Molly is, everything kind of like starts to, unless you guys want to do anything, like, are you doing anything with Joseph's body? Or are you just leaving it? Like, what is your guys' plan here?
I kind of leave it to the group. I feel like we take it, the whole thing with us and the whistle?
What Glenn would want to do would take
what do you
his
think?
body. I think we take his body to Ellis's house, drop it off so it doesn't stink up Cedric's place.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. Please don't bring that in my house. That's disgusting.
I say, fellas, we introduce the new civilians or we introduce the new guard to the local folk at the tavern. And I don't know about you, but generally my body doesn't leak this many fluids, and I need to go get me one of those. What was it, a chafing nip? I need to figure something out. Cedric, drinks on you, right?
Does burn the body on a stake, you think? No. Well, so we need it for our reward, maybe.
We just need his head.
We just need the head? Body. We could burn the body. I think the whistle is the main detail that I really want to make sure is managed.
If Glenn even slightly sees Rangram not paying attention, I'm going to swipe the shit out of that whistle.
I'm wicked. He's wicked not paying attention.
Okay.
The whole time he's been ragdolling Joseph's head.
He's just like flopping the whistle. Yeah.
He's like, because he was like wicked hated that guy.
I'm gonna try to steal that whistle. Right me out.
Slide a hand, my dude.
20 against your perception check.
Would it be my passive perception, or do I actively make a perception check? Well, I rolled an 11, so it'd be 15, even if it was active. So,
I swipe it and I say to Cosmo. I mean, like, I don't even try to do it deceptively. I just try to, like, snatch it.
He snatches it and blows the whistle. I'm the Tiger King now.
TPK, I'm the big bad. Like to Cosmo, let's go grab us a drink. Let's save his head for later.
We can make sure to burn him. If that's I think that's probably pretty safe. I think that the less of this guy that exists, the better. Take his head. That's totally fine. That's disgusting. I don't want to look at it. Can you cut it off somewhere else? That's fine. I don't think Jody is going to want it done in the tavern, but if you want to take it out
turns around and he already cut his head off and was like,
Cedric faints.
So after Glenn snatched the whistle and pockets it and like says to Cosmo, like, I need a drink, he puts his arm around James. He starts walking towards the tavern. He goes, Cinderella, am I right? And then just keeps
walking. Cinderella, am I right?
Oh, come on. That's so good.
Yeah.
And he just walks away, and Glenn's at the tavern.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that if you guys are just going to take a long rest, is there anything else anyone wants to do? Yeah, Bobby, if you want to open up the giveaway, we can get that going.
Hold on.
You best believe I'm gonna RP that reward. I'm gonna milk that shit.
Okay.
Old Lassie, I would just be following them to the tavern, but I'm just running Joseph's pockets. I'm taking anything he got.
Okay. Yeah, you find everything's, I mean, all the papers and stuff like that are kind of like, everything's just wet and wait, you have the body too. So yeah, I'll say that you find two like butcher's knives that are tucked into his back pocket, and probably what equates to maybe 4 gold and like 6 copper, something of that.
Okay.
And maybe like 3 silver pieces. But aside from that, that's pretty much. He didn't have much on him. He seems like he was kind of a. I mean, if you want to go back and loot his butcher's store, then you might be able to find some more. But that's all he had on.
Well, and I mainly asked because the knives he had on him. You said these are like butcher's knives, not like daggers, larger knives.
They're like steel chef's butcher's knives.
Cool. How much would you say they weigh?
Just like a normal, like long kitchen butcher knife, like that, something like that. But they're made out of like nice steel.
Are we RPing the tavern at all?
So
are we killing time for
Rangram? Are you just essentially going there and then going to bed?
I'm going to the tavern and I'm sitting down and getting a stiff drink. I still haven't healed myself.
Okay.
I healed BK, but Rangram's just getting a drink.
Okay. Cosmo, what are you doing to kind of wrap this thing up?
So for him, it's just I know that he feels a sense of fulfillment and completion to know that the WereTigers are safe, James and Holly are safe and now have a home, right? Mm-hmm. Other than that, no, it's just straight on out till morning with the beer.
Nice. Glenn, what are you doing for the rest of the night?
I would take, the equivalent of a short rest of getting drunk with the boys. I would bring Poe back. This time not in a raven form. I'd bring him back as a little mouse. Kind of apologize for getting him killed. That was a real dick move. That's on me.
Are you doing that out by yourself, or are you with everyone else when you're doing that?
I'm doing it at the table. Glenn's so tired he doesn't give two fucks. He's just like, I mean, it takes, I think, a couple minutes to cast, and then after getting nice and sauced, he would hide. We're staying at Cedric's, right?
You have rooms in the tavern actually upstairs.
Okay. Glenn would hide the key like in the mattress. Take a dagger, or not the key, the whistle. Hide it in there.
You're going upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Set Poe out to watch the house, and he would just.
Does Poe? Is he like resurrect?
Yeah, it's a summon familiar. It's a spell.
Oh, okay. I was like, shit. He just lost his familiar like session 6. We haven't. It's gone.
So you can bring him back as all sorts of weird shit.
Oh,
so you're hanging out upstairs for a minute?
Yes, I would am slowly getting ready for bed, just exhausted from the fight.
So this is where we'll wrap it up. But you go upstairs and you're kind of getting ready, and things are kind of quieting down a little bit, and you're just kind of like, taking off your armor, getting all ready. And as you're taking off your armor and kind of emptying out your pockets, you come across that coin that you found on the dirty soldiers that had mentioned the tattered lord. And it's this big, large coin made out of like some sort of dark metal, very heavy, maybe about the size of like a large old school like silver dollar. And the one side of it has what looks like a face that has been purposefully and dutifully scratched off to unrecognition. And on the back side looks like there's some other depiction of maybe a coat of arms of some sort or something else that's been scratched off to depict nothing at this point. And as you pull it out of your pocket, it's like really hot. It's like almost like burning to the touch. And you like the second that you touch it, you hear a voice in your head that just goes, hello? Oh my God. Can you hear me? And that is where we'll end the session tonight.
Nice.
What the fuck?
Right.